Hello, hi. We're going for our groceries at Walmart this morning before it gets too hot. I have got, look, sparkly black nails, which I have always wanted. And yeah, you can come along. Look at that squirrel. You can't see it. All right, I'm going to try to hold this relatively steady. So, today I want to talk about how you got to be willing to drop your story if you want to pick up another one. However, as you all know, and I'm going to be gesturing a lot with my black nails on my hand. I always wanted black nails, but they had to be shiny, because if they're like matte, they would look, to me it looks grungy, and I don't like that. And they have to be completely unchipped. These are press-ons, so they will never chip. Like slightly chipped black nail polish just looks so terrible. Muy mal. Okay. Yeah, like, oh man. Some of you, I guess, witnessed, if you watched that video I did about my brother and my siblings and my family. I thought about not posting it. I thought about taking it down, but I was like, no. You guys have all been here with me on my journey this far, and the act of making that video revealed another level to me that I hadn't been aware of, you know. I've been in therapy for years. I've been working on things. I've been journaling. I've been reading all the books, and, you know. Wait, let me go get in the shade. Oh, actually, the sun's at my back. It can tan my back. It just can't tan my face. And now you guys can see, you know, these different levels that I keep coming up upon, and these obstacles I keep climbing over. And that was like, I always think this is the final one. You know, oh my God, look at this. So cute. I love that people put up decorations here, and they leave the decorations up for a really long time. It looks really cute. Especially the Halloween, when they do the Halloween lights. That is really cute too, actually. Okay, let's see if people are gonna look up. No, if they don't look up, I don't like to bother them. So yeah, I thought that the final frontier was when I was in Montana and realizing I was the good thing. And realizing that I need to stop sitting around waiting for someone to protect and rescue and see my pain and take action. And I was like, oh my God, that person is me. And God's telling me, like, I don't need to go running out looking for this thing that I feel like I've been missing my whole life. And the truth is, like, I want to experience that, you know? And I got to be a part of it for a little while before he started acting crazy once the ink was dry. So I can hold that memory in my heart, and I cannot let, you know, anything else color it. I can edit that part of my life out because I have actually learned that lesson. If you haven't learned the lesson, you need to replay and hold on to that negative memory, because when they come back around, and he tried to as well, leaving some comment on my video, delete, block, I'm like, then you need to remember the bad things. But if you don't, if you know, hey, next time I see somebody and my first impression is, I think I should leave, or, you know, you're like, wow, this person doesn't know how to prioritize, or wow, this person says their parents are terrible, yet they're still like beholden to them. You know, when people make excuses for or are beholden to abusive parents, they're maintaining the voice of that abuser, and they will enact that abuse still on themselves and also on you, and they will expect you to put up with it like they put up with it for their parents. That's what they think is love. And it's been like, you know, to choose to divorce your family and everything, it is such a, when I tell you the pain, the stigma, you know, there's no greater stigma than that. literally none, in my opinion. What a gorgeous day. And I was thinking, I can't go back to my plan before. My plan when I was like getting going on YouTube was like, okay, I'm gonna get a little cabin in the woods, and yeah, I'm gonna live out there, and I'm gonna buy some land, and I'm gonna do this and that and blah blah blah. Well, the truth is that I do not want to do that by myself. Really, really, really don't. And my experience in trying to get lasting groups of people together has been bad. I know one person who seems to have done it somewhat successfully, but it's kind of like that person is like the boss and they all just like obey them. And it seems like that is a dynamic that works quite well. I've seen that as well. And I'm like, I don't know, as I'm saying it out loud, I'm like, maybe I should just do that. Because, I think there is something very comforting to humans about just having a person who's like, okay, you need to do this, 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 this. And like, just like knowing what to do and being told what to do, right? That's why cults are successful. Maybe I should start a cult. Maybe I should just accept that I'm a bit of a boss, and I should start a living situation where people just listen to what I tell them to do, and then we can have a good life as long as they listen. Like the Teal Swan documentary. Oh my God. So I was offered to go live in like these like bunkers in New Zealand. I was offered like all these crazy things, to go live on a rescue farm in Hawaii. And like the experience I've had in these situations before, like, do you guys look at me and know about me and not think that I haven't tried that before? Where I'm like, yeah, I tried going living on a horse ranch back in Canada. The guy was a complete psychopath, and it turned out he actually did have a criminal record and cameras in the house and all kinds of crazy shit. And here in Mexico, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna live in animal rescue, I'm gonna help them. And then like the woman was like, I saw this video last night, a recap of the movie 10 Cloverfield Lane, and it was like, she was like a cross between John Candy in that movie and the woman from Misery. I also quite like that movie. So yeah, where it's like the person seems like really organized and well prepared and well together one moment, and the next they're like, you're thinking about leaving, aren't you? And you're like, what the fuck? And they're like, you have to do, like, you're like, oh my God. So honestly, I don't think I haven't been that scared in a really long time. But what did I do? I got myself out of that. Oh my God. And so all of that kind of happened. I feel like, this is not the new year for me. January always has this weird feeling to it. It feels like very anticlimactic. It feels very lost in space. It's always kind of felt like that for me. It doesn't feel like the new year. And then I found out that, it's actually not the new year. The Romans just changed it to that for tax reasons, of course. And it messed up the whole calendar, and people just went along with it. The real new year is in the spring. And I just love even seeing the word, thinking of it. Spring here is such a beautiful time. Oh, cute kitty. Look at those kitties. They're going up the stairs. I'm so happy when I see pets here who seem to have a good life. Those cats look old, so that's nice. So the new year, yeah. And So yeah, the bunker situation, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm doing that. If I have to survive by living in a bunker under the ground with a fake sunlight, I'm good. I'm just gonna let the asteroid take me out. I'm cool. I know. People are so attached to life, clinging with a death grip. Speaking of which, like, I don't know, I was gonna make a separate video for this maybe, but when people die, I know about it. I don't know, it's really annoying. And I was thinking about it yesterday. I'm like, how is this useful in any way? I have some like weird psychic abilities, and I'm like, I don't know, after that woman with the telepathy course, I'm like, maybe I should work on developing these, doing something with them, but I don't know. Anyway, so yesterday I got a little tap on the shoulder, just kind of this little thing in my mind, like, oh. I remember some like random person that I went to high school with and had like a couple of strange experiences with or something. And I'm like, oh, I know what this means. So then I go and Google it, and it's like, we're sorry to report the passing and blah, blah, blah. And then you see like all the people come out of the woodwork and say their little nonsense things. Oh, she was such a good person, and she's this and that, and oh, it's such a tragedy, and blah, blah, blah. She died from cancer. And you know what? I don't know. She tried, but yeah, my experiences with her were a little bit different. They're a little bit different. But, you know, I will say that I do, you know, I don't know. It was just weird. It's weird to see, like, people that I grew up with or that I knew are, like, dying and, like, getting old. Oh, my God. The sun is on my face. I'm going to have to put my hat on soon, but not right away because we're going under the trees now. So I was thinking, you know, it felt like life was on hard mode for the past 15 years. And I don't know, I saw this astrology thing that was talking about how all the cardinal signs were like really under the ringer for the past 15 years, but like something shifted and now we're not. Now is our time. And so I just choose to believe that. Personally, I just believe astrology that says positive things. I have unfollowed or like muted astrologers who say anything negative that I don't want to hear. I know it's like very, I don't know, like petty and whatever else, but I'm like, if it's some bad shit's gonna happen, like how is knowing about it now gonna make a difference? Like that's just life. So I don't want to hear it. I want to hear that this is my time. I'm gonna shine. I'm gonna become a millionaire and get a soulmate, and my wig is gonna be laid. Like that's what I want to hear. So anyway, yeah, this is where bravery comes in. What is bravery? Bravery is the willingness to feel pain. And what more is happening with any human who decides to engage with other humans in a group? You're going to feel pain. And when you feel that pain, if you want to start a community or you want to, you know, like do something long lasting or whatever, you can't run the fuck away. You have to be like, okay, I'm willing to feel this pain, look into what it means, and try to get through this, you know, like, and that's like what therapy trains you to do too, instead of like blocking. Well, of course I block people because of like, anyway, but like, I mean, you know, people who are just like, oh, I'm just not going to talk to you for 10 years because it's difficult to acknowledge that, you know, I'm such and such kind of person, or I could have blah, 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 right? And I don't know, man, like, it's just so weird. I don't know what the point of this life is. I keep trying to figure it out. People have said it's like a game and there are gods that are playing us like characters. And I kind of get that feeling that I'm like on some kind of chessboard something and they're like, oh my god, let's put her here. Oh my god. You know, come here, come look at this. You know what I mean? But you know, it's the Stoics say, whatever you are, be a good one. Lean into your fate. Don't succumb to it. If you're falling, dive. So, I'm not going to take the lessons I have learned about how rotten humans can be over and over and over again and go isolate myself, although the idea of that is very tempting. Being alone all the time is like very, very painful. Being single for all this time has been very, very painful. However, I learned to turn that loving attention, energy, and support that I gave to the wrong people onto myself, onto my cat, onto children in public, onto strangers. You know, the other day I was getting my groceries and I was feeling sorry for myself because I love shopping for groceries in a couple. And I was like, oh, I'm single buying my groceries again. Poor little me. I don't have anyone to like push the cart with and point things out and everything else. And then I see this woman comes up behind me and she's holding this gigantic, super heavy bag of dog food and like a bunch of other heavy things. And like, we were gonna have to wait for a while, you know. So I told her like, hey, like you can put your stuff in my cart while we're waiting, in Spanish. And then she starts speaking English and like, oh my god, you speak English? It was so cute. And then she was like so grateful, and then she was standing there holding onto the cart, and I had this like weird feeling. It was like a nice comforting feeling, like, oh, someone's with me now. Like so simple and so cute, you know. And I think that is something that, you know, one of the benefits of people who are child free and who are at one with themselves, I'm going to start saying this instead of single, is that we are not so selfish out in the world, you know, focused only on getting our own and, you know, worrying about ours, family and everything else. Like, we have love, resources, time, and energy in general to give. Like, that doesn't mean like assume that people want to take care of your kids or whatever else, because like people have tried doing that to me before. So don't do that. Anyway, yeah. Be open to feeling pain, finding new ways to deal with it. If we're going to be here, let's commit to life, let's commit to growth, and let's keep going together. Thanks for watching. Bye.